Everybody's out of it pretty much except Sid Rich and Will Rice. Going into the second turn here. Will Rice making a charge on Sid Rich. Coming out of the turn. It's hard to tell from this perspective. They look neck and neck. Baker and Weiss just starting their 8th riders. Will Rice has taken over the lead from Sid Rich. With the win at the back, Will Rice is pulling ahead just about 2 or 3 bike lengths behind. Fractions of a second difference in there. There's still 2 more riders after this. Anything can happen, folks. Will Rice is still in the lead going into the 3rd turn. Sid Rich making a charge. Their wheels are overlapping just a little bit. We'll see what happens here. We've got now the north headwind has died down a little bit. Sid Rich is, Will Rice are still fighting. A clever thing to do here, Dave, would be for one to fall back and ride in the other slipstream. That you could save their energy in order to kick in for the finish line. But looks like they're just going to try to battle out.
It looks like the Sid Richardson person might be
Lovett
winning.
and Hansen in 3rd and 4th places respectively just passed us, but they're 2/3 of a lap behind Sid Rich and Will Rice.
Basically looks like it's broken up to 3 races. 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th.
Yeah, Baker is a pretty good lead over Weiss for 6th place, and the Graduate Student Association pretty far out of it. Coming into the end of the 8th lap here, it is Sid Rich and Will Rice. Will Rice just a little bit ahead, about a wheel length ahead of Sid Rich. Will Rice starts off first, gets a good lead. Sid Rich starting their 9th rider off second, about 12 or 15 bike lengths behind. Will Rice is building up the lead here. Running pretty well.
Yes, the 2 previous bikers for Sid Rich and Will Rice were both even at 2:19 on that last
but now Will Rice digging deep into the back stretch is a good, 20 or 25 lengths ahead of Sid Rich, falling back in 2nd place. Will Rice is making a good charge. GSA just starting their, we think their 8th rider.
We're not sure. Oh, well.
It is their 8th rider, okay. Going into the 2nd turn, Will Rice coming up. Will Rice looks like they may be trying to lap Weiss, who's only about 15 or 20 ahead of them. Hansen starting off in 3rd, their 9th rider, then Lovett starting off there in 4th. Coming out of the 2nd turn here. Okay, 4th turn, Baker, 5th, Weiss 6th, passing by in front of us. Will Rice in 1st place, along 1:02 on that first lap.
Very fast
time.
First lap.
We're pulling in some phenomenal times here, Dave. There goes Sid Rich in 2nd place in front of us. Hansen and Lovett still back there, just coming out of their 2nd lap, back in 3rd and 4th.
Yes, Will Rice seems to be using a good technique.
Weiss is just been lapped by Will Rice. Baker is trying to avoid being lapped by Will Rice. Sid is falling well behind there. How far back were they? Did we get a time on that?
I'd say about 3.
Between Will Rice and Sid?
Yeah, about 8 seconds.
About 8 seconds apart. Okay. Weiss has just gotten away from being lapped by Will Rice. Of course, Weiss rider's only on his first run around the track. The Will Rice rider's on his 2nd. There's GSA. Hansen in 3rd, Lovett in 4th. GSA has been lapped twice by Hansen now, and about to be lapped again by Lovett. Here comes Baker in 5th. Well back there, Weiss in 6th. Will Rice finishing their 9th rider now. Sid Rich just coming out of the 4th turn.
Yes, Will Rice is getting very well.
Final Will Rice rider.
Yes, that last Will Rice rider was 2 minutes and 12 seconds. A very, very good time.
An excellent time. Sid Rich, their 9th rider, just finishing. But Will Rice is already well into the 1st turn here, the 10th and final lap. There goes the 2nd Sid Rich rider. But Will Rice is just coming out of the 1st turn, digging into that, pulling in a phenomenal time. That headwind is just lapped Weiss and still going. I don't think that headwind's bothering him at all, Dave.
No, it doesn't seem to be. GSA has just been lapped twice by everybody, and Will Rice is pulling up for a 3rd time, I believe.
Let's see. Will Rice has just lapped Baker, just lapped Weiss and making a play for Baker. Will Rice halfway through the 2nd turn. Sid Rich still back on the back stretch after the 1st turn there. For 3rd and 4th, in comes Hansen, their 9th rider. Then Lovett, their 9th rider, just coming in. Baker coming in. Lovett starts 3rd. Will Rice just passed us. They have only one lap to go, and have just lapped Lovett, and are about to lap Hanson.
Yes.
Just lapped Baker, too.
We just have two teams
Weiss,
in the same lap now.
Last riders, no, their ninth riders just come in. What has happened to Sid Rich? They have fallen way behind. Sid Rich rider's in second place, just passing us, but he's a third of the track behind Will Rice, who's built up an unbeatable lead. Unless they throw a chain, blow a tire, or do something, Will Rice can hardly lose us now. Yes, the lead that Will Rice has seems to be about 20 seconds right now over Sid Richardson. And they have only about that much more time to come in before the finish line. Many Will Rice people are streaming up here. They can sense victory.
Yes, this will be a
Will Rice rider has just been unlapped by Baker, but like I said, Baker's only in second. Will Rice is in the fourth. Coming out of the fourth turn here, all alone. Second place, way far behind. Will Rice in the lead. Is coming, and Will Rice wins the 1980 men's bear bike race. Sid Rich is still back there in the turn. I've lost track of the other riders. Lovett and Hanson third and fourth. Baker and Weiss are just so far out of it. The Weiss rider is just passing us on his first run.
Yes, the
Sid Rich rider for second place, just coming out of the fourth turn. Has just lapped the GSA rider again, further ignominy. There goes Sid Rich has just finished. On the back stretch there, it is Lovett, then Hanson, then Baker. They're spread about 8 or 10 lengths apart from each other. Long way back, just coming out of the third turn is Weiss, and I have no idea where the GSA rider is. I think they may have given up by now. Coming out of the fourth turn here, for third place, it looks like Lovett pretty much by themselves. Baker making a charge, taking over fourth place from Hanson, who is now in fifth, but that could change again. Coming up here to the finish line, they've got third place pretty well sewed up. There's Lovett. For fourth place, Baker ahead, about 5 seconds behind. Hanson in fifth. Weiss still about midway through the fourth turn. Their pandemonium has broken loose in the Will Rice pits. They're pouring beer all over themselves, each other, and anybody in the area. The Weiss rider just coming out of the fourth turn, coming up to the finish line here. 1, 2, 3. There's the last Weiss rider. I think the GSA, the Graduate Student Association, gave up.
Yes, I don't see him anywhere on the track.
Yes, Will Rice, who finally won. The final standings were Will Rice in first place, Sid Rich in second, Lovett third, Baker fourth. They came over and just took away from Hanson towards the end there. Weiss came in pretty well in back. The Graduate Student Association gave up somewhere in there.